Although I have wrote so much about friendships, that is just one area that is very sensitive to me. Hey APs, it's your girl Denise here once again, and we're just gonna have a little talk, a little chit chat today. And we just want to chat about friendships. And usually we talk about the fake friends. We talk about, oh, they weren't my friend. They were just, they're fake. So today, I want to talk a little bit on a different side of talking about friendships. I don't want to talk about the fake friends. I want to talk about why you are in the situation that you're in with so many backstabbing or manipulative friends or users. And a lot of us have been through that, where we have been used by what we consider to be our friends, and then we figure out that they weren't really my friend. They were never your friend in the beginning, but let's move on from that, because we want to address you, because this is about you being accountable for your actions. So what did you do in the friendship that allows you to be in a position that you are used, or that you feel like that person weren't your friend, or you were hurt by it? What role did you play in the friendship? Okay, I'll give some examples. If you're always the friend that's available, but they're never available when you need them, why would you expect them to be anything different? See, a friendship goes two ways. So really, in actuality, if you're always available for them, they're never available for you when you need them, is that really a friendship? I'll ask you that, because that's the role that you're in. If you're always the friend that you have their back, but they never have your back, that's just the role that's been played. You can't get upset with them because you've always been the one that's had their back. Now you're expecting them to have your back, and they don't have it. Now they're not your friend. That's the role that's being played. So what I'm saying is, so tell me, how do we heal? We have to take responsibility for our own actions and stop settling, because that's what it comes down to. We have settled for these type of broken relationships where you are overextending yourself without expecting anything in return.
Having no expectations may yield negative or no results.
That is what it comes down to. It comes down to saying no. This is a friendship is an equal partnership. No other person should be always given, and the other person should always be taken. That is what we all have to realize. It comes down to what has been happening all along that you ignored. You ignored it. You seen it. You knew that they did not have your back, but you accepted it. And what happens is, a large majority of the time, this is what happens. You get down, you get sick, you lose a job, you lose a loved one, you lose everything. If that person was only in your life while you were good, and when you fell down, they walked away, or they talked about you behind your back, then that wasn't your friend in the beginning. You're just realizing that, but that is the role that you played. They've never had to have your back. you've always had to have their back. So who's going to have their back and you're down? So you have to analyze that and realize that you played a part in that. So moving right along, if you've always been the friend that's never had anything, always down on your luck, never had the good husband, boyfriend, children gone crazy, and God decided to step in and say, you know what, it's your season, it's your time, and you just start coming up and coming up and coming up, and you start smiling. Because, you know, some people really get mad about smiles. Some people, some people get intimidated just because you're smiling. Some people will say you're acting funny just because you're smiling. Now, a true friend would celebrate you in your season of surplus. See, a true friend would, because they would know where you come from, so they would celebrate you. But sometimes you have these friends that they can't stand it. They can't stand it. So I'm talking to you per se. What did you do in the friendship? See, because they may have been the friend that's always had. So because you never had anything, they never had to, a lot of people weigh their life on the people that surround them. They don't have any goals but to be better than you. Or they don't have any goals but everybody around them, they got to be better than them. Their goals don't exceed that. They just want to be better than everybody around them. And if you are dealing with someone that's like that, and you just so happen to start catching up, and God start elevating you, now they got to look up to where you are. They don't like that. Now all of a sudden, you think you all of that. You think you more than me. No, I don't think I'm more than you. I don't think I'm more than you at all. No, you have put us on this scale. So you have those type of friends too. Let's just be honest. They are out there. So my whole video today on friendships is for you to analyze what you did wrong in the friendship, and analyze, not necessarily, I wouldn't even say necessarily what you did wrong, but your part in it. What part did you play in those broken relationships that you had? Because once you realize what it is that you did, then you can stop the cycle. You can stop the bleeding. Because other than that, it's going to keep happening over and over and over and over again. If you continue to keep giving everything you got to people that don't appreciate it and just want to run off with the bag, guess what? Another person, another female just going to come into your life, and this cycle just going to keep going and keep going and keep going, because you don't know how to stop the bleeding. And you don't want to take it and own any part of it yourself. You have to own the part that you allowed this to happen. You knew it, you seen it. You just didn't stop it.